Oh, baby. Oh, baby. We are here, folks. We are live from the Austin Hockey Studio. Not really a studio. Also, we got the heart rate monitor back. Look what I have brought back for everyone. The fans demanded a heart rate monitor. We've got the heart rate monitor, and it looks like we got a Franklin coming up to say hi too. Hi, Franklin. Where you going, bud? Hey, what's the matter? All right, well, that's enough of Franklin. What's going on, Riley? Thank you so much. Welcome back to the locker room. I appreciate that. What's going on, Gordon? Good to see you again. We do have some women's hockey today. Team Canada against Team USA for gold. Team Canada defeated Team USA in 2010, 2014, and 2022. Of course, Team USA's gold medal against Canada at the Olympics came in 2018 in recent memory. This American team has given up 2 goals the whole tournament. They have over 300 straight minutes of shutout time. They are younger than the Team Canada girls. They are faster. They are more skilled. This is going to be an uphill battle, to say the least, if the Canadian women's team wants to win. I consider this Canadian team the underdog by like a pretty significant margin. But I'm also expecting a very good game. Hopefully. At least as a Canadian fan. And if Team USA wins, I hope it's not by a horrific blowout. I hope it's an exciting like 3-2 game or something. Because if the game is over after the first period, if it's like 3 or 4-0 after 1, then that's not going to be fun. That sucks. What's going on, Wayne? Cheering from Ontario. Let's go. The Canadian girls need all the support that they can get right now. It's not often that a Canadian hockey team is ever seen as the underdog, but when it comes to the ladies, this specific iteration of this team going up against this specific iteration of the American girls, I definitely consider Canada the underdog. Oh, I know, right? It was wild. Absolutely wild. Now, why do I consider Canada an underdog here against Team USA? Well, back in November and December, they did a rivalry series, and Team USA outscored Canada, was that 24 to 5, 6, 7, 24 to 7. And they went 4-0 in the rivalry series. And these were essentially their Olympic rosters during those rivalry games. Not to mention the fact that Team USA has already beaten Team Canada 5-0 here at the Olympics. It's not looking great for the Canadian women, but I will never count out Marie-Philip Poulin. I will never count out this Canadian team. Because the games that matter most, which is right now, the gold medal, I expect them to play their best game. I expect them to show up and possibly get the job done. Yeah, that game yesterday between Canada and Czechia and the men's hockey. Woo. If I had the heart rate monitor going, man, if I had that heart rate monitor going, my heart rate definitely would have been in the 150, 160, maybe even 170 range. What do I expect tomorrow against Finland? Another similar game. The way Finland plays, they just slow you down in the neutral zone and they try and frustrate you into mistakes. So if you're Canada, once again, I mean, Finland won't be as physical as Czechia was. I don't think defensively Finland is as strong as Czechia was yesterday. But by no means is that an easy game. Canada has to be better than they were yesterday, in my opinion. I am expecting a Canadian win, but I am not assuming a win. Canada has to do much better. And they have to play a full 60 minutes. You can't give anything easy. That first period yesterday is what allowed Czechia to really feel comfortable and stay in that game. Hey, what's going on, noob? I am doing well. How are you doing today, my friend? Hope Sid is back. I really hope he's back too. I don't know. I just have a sneaky suspicion he might not be back, and I hope I'm wrong. I hope I am wrong. What's happening, Kent? I'm not sure what you're getting at here. The reserved parking thing for Oilers fans. Another morning with Austin hockey coverage. Life is good. I appreciate that, Riley, and thank you so much for the membership as well. Enjoy your emotes. Enjoy the badge next to your name. Enjoy highlighted comments, and then the other perks that you get with being a member. What's going on, Dr. Sandwich? We are ready. I hope the girls are ready. It's an uphill battle here. This is a legit David versus Goliath situation. Gonna surround Austin with the cats full of cuteness. Franklin. Hi, bud. I got Franklin. He's up beside me. I could try and get the camera to show him. Hi, buddy. Hey, buddy. Yeah, he's not paying any attention to me. He's like, nope, I don't want to look over there. Let's lock in. Lock in. Good morning and good evening from Great Britain. Worst case scenario, silver. So it's either a win-win or a win situation. We want the win-win. We want the gold. We want the gold. I got to watch the 2010 gold, the 2014 gold, 2018 silver was very disappointing. And then I watched the 2022 gold. I'd love to see another gold here for Team Canada. Does that make me greedy? Maybe. Does that make me passionate and want my country to win every single time? Yes. That's a fat rig of a cat. He's on a weight loss journey, and we're getting him. He's down about 1 pound over the past couple months. So he's going to get to where we need him to get. It's like they are coming out onto the ice here. It's going to be a great game. Hopefully, Team Canada. I mean, key for Team Canada here. I didn't do a pregame report for this game or anything because I have mostly been covering the men's hockey. Biggest key for Team Canada is they have to get the lead. They have to get the lead. Now, my realistic score prediction would be about 5-2 USA. My hopeful score prediction, if Canada wins, I'm going to say 3-2 Canada in overtime. Why are the Canadians underdogs in this specific tournament? Because Team USA hasn't given up a goal in over 300 minutes of time on ice. They have defeated Canada 5 straight times going back to the rivalry series that they did in November and December. And they have completely destroyed Team Canada in terms of goal differential as well. This USA team is just on another level. And this Canadian team just isn't. They're just not quite as dominant as they used to be. Team USA is faster, they're younger, and I would say they have more skill. Fleecy with the $2 super chat. Who are the underdogs? It's definitely Team Canada in this one. Any affiliation from Canadian women's team with us Oiler Maniacs or live in Edmonton? I don't know if anyone on the team actually is from Edmonton or from the Edmonton area. Canada's going to fight. They got to do their best. All you need is just one perfect game. Just the best game of their life, and Canada can win this one. Historically, the girls have been able to get the job done, whether it's at the Worlds, whether it's at the Olympics. Team USA wins a lot of those exhibition games, those rivalry series games. But when push comes to shove, these are the games that Canada usually does dig deep and find a way. They usually have heroics from Marie-Philippe Poulin, We'll have to see how it goes today. Yeah, game misconduct if you fight, yes. And then potentially suspension if the IIHF thinks you were too aggressive about it. Oh, it's just the pop filter. I could take it off and then just put the black one on. Just a pop filter. I just like the purple one. All right, game is about to start. Puck is getting dropped. Carpenter against Turnbull on the faceoff. And here we go. Gold medal game has begun. Here's Keller. She'll skate it behind her net for Team USA. Into the middle of the ice as the U.S. look to get a quick breakout here. The U.S.'s transition game with their speed is lethal. So Team Canada is going to have to watch that neutral zone very, very carefully. What's up, Christy? Here's Canada now into the middle. Here's Stacy for Team Canada. She's going to chip and chase behind the American goal. Puck along the half wall now. The U.S. is going to come up with it, and they're going to chip it into an open area. It's a puck in deep once again for Canada. We'll see if dumping and chasing is the game plan for Canada, or if that's just what they've tried to start early in this one, because the Americans are very mobile. I don't know if that's the best game plan against them. Here's Murphy for Team USA. She's getting pressured here by the Canadian forward. Murphy throws the puck around the boards. Canada's going to keep it alive. And the puck does come all the way around, back into the Canadian end. Here's Fast. Fast for Canada. Up the left wing. This crowd is going nuts, dude. This is a very loud crowd. Malte along the boards. Here's Fast. Quick up. Nice keep in by the Americans. Shots are 1-0 USA, and Team Canada has iced the puck here. Just a bit of a feeling out process for both teams. The Canadians team has been okay. Definitely not as strong as in years past. And earlier in the tournament, they lost 5-0 to the US, so allow less goals from the US than we score on them. That will be good for us. That's right. What's up, Sarge? How you doing? Off the face-off. Canada can't get the puck out. Here's Fast. She'll play it across to her D partner. Up the left right wing, into the middle. And here's Sarah Nurse. Sends the puck in deep. Keller for USA. Skates up ice with space and time. Nice step up at the Canadian blue line. And here's, oh man, that's offside. Stacy and Murphy got caught up in each other's equipment there, and that's offside on Team Canada with the whistle. I love when they show the players getting wheeled around on those golf carts. That's so funny to me. But in the end, all will be good. It's all good. Puck sent into the American zone. US trying to move it up into the neutral zone. Nice job. Good sticks by the Canadians. Not allowing the US to use a lot of their speed yet in this one. Here's a deflection in. Shaw. Here's a wraparound attempt. Centering in front. Here's a shot, and that's blocked in front by Thompson. Team Canada had a good look there. Couldn't get the puck on goal. It was a good block by the Americans. Puck behind the Canadian net. Here's Ambrose. Moving the puck forward. Canada once again doing a good job. Really clogging up that neutral zone. US will get a zone entry finally. Here's Fast. Oh, skating through her. Oh my goodness. Fast tried to skate in front of her own net there. Puck deflected. Almost went in. That would have been horrible. I don't know. She must have been watching Darnell Nurse highlights or something. Just kidding, dude. I'm just kidding. No, we're not picking on Nurse today. We're not picking on. Yeah, I'm not sure why she attempted that, but it happens. No worries. No harm. No harm, no foul. The Americans doing a good job getting in the shooting lanes. That's considered a shot on goal for the U.S. Okay. Hey, no worries, Miss Rune. I got you. Another icing on Canada. 16-14 to go here in the first period. Play-by-play won't be as strong as it usually is with the men's hockey. I'm not used to doing play-by-play for the women's hockey, so if I'm not like on top of every single play, I do apologize. But we can still hang out, have some fun. Off the face-off, the Americans trying to center it out in front. Comes to the blue line. Into the corner. Here's Shelton trying to come up with it. Sent towards the Canadian goal, and they're just going to hang on to that. 15:57 to go. Another defensive zone faceoff for Canada. Yeah, it's been wild how much Team USA has Canada's number over the past year and a half or so. Here comes Canada. Stacey towards the American goal and into the glove. Kind of a weird bouncy puck into the glove, but easy save. What are the odds we use our curling skills and flick the puck into their net? Well, as long as you don't get caught, right? As long as you don't get caught doing that little poke. Offensive zone faceoff for Team Canada. Canada wins it. Here's Fast from the point. Puts the puck down low. Here's Poulin. She'll skate in front towards the goal, and that's a good save by the American goaltender. Marie-Philip Poulin, who has multiple Olympic game-winning goals. Here come the Americans now. They have zone time and pressure. Hillary Knight to the point. Here's Barnes to the outside, down low. Here's Carpenter trying to center it. Goes off of a leg, and that's going to be stopped in front. Yeah, it's Desbiens net. Desbiens in net for Team Canada. Oh, I hope so, Aaron. I hope so. Puck poked forward by Clark. Here's Turnbull. Turnbull sends it in deep. She'll chase after it. Along the boards, cut off by Stacey. Stacey down low to Turnbull. Canada again on the forecheck, trying to center it down in front. Here's a backhand attempt, and that doesn't make it to the net. Here's Jakes trying for a shot. Can't get it to the goal. Here's a stretch pass. Here's Murphy walking in, shoots. Good save by Desbiens. Abby Murphy just couldn't quite get by the defender, and then Canada shoots the puck into their own bench. Another whistle. Good rush chance for the Americans, but good defense did not allow Murphy to get that clean shot off. Good stick by the Canadian defender. Got her stick in the lane there. Thompson, it looked like, did not get a clean shot off for the Americans, and it was a good save by Desbiens. 14:27 to go. And there's a penalty coming up to the U.S. Penalty to the U.S. I don't know what happened. Okay, Canada has a power play here. Murphy took one for too many men, too many players on the ice. So I guess even if the U.S. had scored there, that wouldn't have counted. Now they're calling too many players on the ice, right? We saw against Czechia, Canada against Czechia in the men's hockey. Czechia had 8 players on the ice for their 1 goal, but hey, at least they're going to crack down on it in the most important game for the women. All right, power play for Canada. They're going to chip it in deep. Canada 7 for 19 on the power play in the tournament, 36%. Here's Poulin with a shot on net. Good save. Poulin trying to keep it alive. She'll play it behind the American goal. Pass out in front to the blue line. Here's Watts. Watts. She'll give it to Poulin. About to Watts. Delays. Shoots. Goes off of a body. Watts still has it. Oh, and that puck skipped over the stick of Filler. Nice job by the Canadians. They still have it, though. Spooner. Fast. Across to Poulin. Watts to Poulin, and that puck is going to come out of the zone. The U.S. trying to get a change. Canada trying to attack on transition. Here's Fast with a shot. Good, easy save. Here are the Americans. They'll send it all the way down the ice. 35 seconds to go on the power play. Here come the Canadians. Here's Jakes. She'll skate it in, send it in, chased after. 2 Canadians down low, 3 Americans. Canada trying to come up with it. They still have the man advantage. Here's Jakes. She'll play it to the back end. Ambrose with a shot. Rebound. Where is it? Oh, it's in the crease. They couldn't get it. That puck was in the crease. Oh, and then the puck came back to the point, and they just couldn't quite hold it in. That was a good opportunity. Close chance for Canada. Here's Gosling for Canada. Oh, Murphy was all over her. Had to be careful. The Canadians now trying to keep that play in deep. That puck is going to go off of something. Offside in the bench. Who knows? We have a commercial break. So Canada, very close look on the power play. Almost put that puck in. The initial shot was saved, and then the puck was loose in that blue paint. Nobody on the Canadians could come up with it. How are we all feeling so far? I think Canada's actually had a pretty good start here. They haven't allowed the U.S. to really attack on transition. They haven't really allowed the U.S. to get a lot of zone time. I find Canada's play in the neutral zone so far has been solid. They've got a couple looks on net, which is good, but nothing really high danger. And the most important thing is Canada looks faster today. That first game against the U.S. in the preliminary round, they just looked really slow. Might end up in the cardiac unit at the hospital. Oh no, because of the game? You just that worked up? Don't worry, I'll join you with my heart too. The legend of Marie-Philippe Poulin. All of her teammates with some quotes on the screen here. Philippe Poulin is an absolute legend. Off the face-off, Canada getting in on the attack. Clark goes after it in the corner. U.S. trying to move it out of the zone. Nice job by Canada so far, keeping the U.S. kind of hemmed in here. Shots are 4-4. And this crowd is loud. Lots of Canada chants, lots of USA chants, but I do think this crowd is very pro-Canada at the moment. If they can keep up the speedy checking game they have, a great shot. I 100% agree. I agree with that, SpongeBob. I agree with that. I think first goal is going to be key here. If Canada gets the first goal, then you start to force the Americans to chase a little bit. The Americans haven't given up a goal in over 300 minutes of game time. They haven't really faced much adversity. If they can start to face some adversity in this game, you might start to see some desperation happen, and we'll see how they play when they're no longer able to keep their structure and composure. But Canada has to get that first goal. If Canada doesn't get the first goal, it is a Crazy uphill battle. Here's Murphy, steals it back. Here's a shot towards the goal from the point. That deflects wide. Here's Carpenter. Puck moved up the ice. That goes off of an American stick and out of play. Face off in the Canadian zone. Which woman will get the Gordie Howe hat trick? I wouldn't bet on any Gordie Howe hat trick going on. Defensive zone face-off. Poulin wins it. Canada with possession. Here's Fillier. Into the neutral zone. Puck is bouncing around. They're going to blow it for offside with 11:01 to go. Lots of fans in attendance today showing their support, which is very cool. Love to see that. Here's Poulin. She'll once again take the face-off for Canada. She wins it, and Canada will bring it in. They'll chip. They'll chase. U.S. doing a good job boxing the Canadian forwards out after they chip and chase. Not able to get to the puck first. Here's Barnes with a hard rim around to Hillary Knight. Hillary Knight for the U.S. gives it away in the neutral zone. Puck will be played against the right boards. Kind of a awkward pass, but then the U.S. sends the puck down the ice, and that's going to be icing with 10:36 to go. billions of viewers. I mean, it would be pretty crazy. There would be probably lifetime bans and suspensions, though, if there was like a full team brawl. Off the face-off shot towards the American goal. Doesn't make it. Puck below the goal line. Here's Gosling trying to play it around. Nice job by the U.S., though. Good defensive coverage. They'll take that puck. Nice stand-up play in the neutral zone once again. The U.S. doing a good job kind of preventing the U.S. from getting clean zone entries right now. Here's Gosling to center. Here's O'Neill. She'll just dump it into the American zone. Canada will make a change. Frankel. She'll play it across the ice. Oh, and again, another good stick by the Canadians. The U.S. trying to get that breakout, and they're doing a great job with their sticks right now. Canada, another chip into the American zone. Here's Jenner in on the forecheck. Here's Coyne. Schofield trying to chip it forward, and Canada steals it again. And again, Canada dumps it, and this seems to be the game plan. Dumping and chasing, forcing the Americans to skate for that puck. Here's Skidmore. Puts it into the Canadian zone. Good reverse. Thompson on top of it. Puck in the middle of the ice. Canada trying to get it out, and now they will. It's a 2-on-2. Here's Clark with Stacey. Clark in front, trying to find Stacey, and that goes wide. Puck at the point. Fast with a shot off of a glove and wide. Clark reverses down low. Along the half wall. Here's Fast. She pinches, keeps it in. To the point. Here's Shelton with a shot. Where is it? It's blocked in front. And the Canadians with more zone time, and the U.S. doing a good job keeping things to the outside, getting their shot blocks. Here's Fast. Up the left boards. Can't get it out. Poulin. She'll reverse it to Fillier. Fillier, again. They'll dump it in deep. Watts. Shot towards the goal. That deflects wide of the net by Watts. Puck comes out in front. Here's Ambrose. Pinches. Keeps the puck down low. Fillier. Checked by a couple of Americans. Can't come up with clean possession, and the Americans will skate it out. Another good stick in the neutral zone as Canada once again continuing to clog the neutral zone. Watts brings it over the line. Can't bring the puck to the net, though. Here's a turnover by the Canadians. That looked like it might have been too many players on the ice for the Americans, but they may have got away with one. Thompson. Here's Sarah Nurse. Nurse with speed. Spins away from a check. Waiting for some help. Plays it to the point. Here's a shot. Rebound in front. Goes off the outside of the net. Canada doing a good job right now. Transition play has been important. Puck comes back to the Canadians. They enter the American zone. Here's Fast. Being tied up. Being held down. Here's Turnbull. She'll send it in. Stacy chases after it. Stacy can't grab it. Good support by Turnbull, though. Turnbull centers it out in front. Here's a shot. Rebound. Another good look by Stacy, and that may have been stopped. Canada with possession again, trying to reverse it to the back door, and that's taken by Keller. Keller for the Americans, trying to send it in deep. That deflects off a stick and into the Canadian bench. Good pace here for Canada. They actually look real solid right now. Can they sustain this for full 60 minutes? I certainly hope so. Because if Canada plays like this for a full 60 minutes, they have a great opportunity. Hey, Bubsy, how you doing? Good to see you. Not a bad period for Team Canada at all. This is a stronger period, and again, no disrespect to the Canadian women at all. This is a better period than I expected. Canada is using their speed. They're clogging neutral zone lanes. The U.S. hasn't been able to establish their relentless forecheck and attack with speed yet. Now, games have ebbs and flows. We know the Americans will get their chances. Hey, I appreciate that, Bubsy. Thank you. There's a few people that really don't like the blue glasses, but I like these blue crystal ones. You're back. You're back. You're probably here to just roast me, of course. It's fine. I get it. I appreciate that, Bubsy. You're too kind. Appreciate that, Shock. Marie-Philippe Poulin is going to take the face-off at center as we come back from a commercial break. Puck sent up the left wing. That's going to be... Oh, they're going to call icing there. Okay, never mind. Icing on Team Canada. Don't get me wrong. I do like my crystal glasses, but I do like the blue ones a lot. Me for Olympic gold. Poulin loses the face-off. The Americans now in on the forecheck. Puck will come to the Canadian goaltender, and she's just going to hang on to that one. Yeah, all good. No worries. We'll see when you get back. Canada gets the puck out. The U.S. sends it back in. Oh, that's not a great pass. Murphy down low in front, and you can't come up with it. The U.S. getting pressured. Here's Nurse down low, trying to center it out in front. Had a little bit more time to make a decision there. Here's Fast towards the goal. It's in front, sitting there. Nice job by Murphy, though. She'll send it out. Canada with a flip towards the American goal. That should count as a shot on goal. Oh, and here's some more pressure being applied by the Canadians. The American defender couldn't get the puck out. Clark all over it. Behind the goal, and is there going to be a penalty? What's going on here? I'm not sure what the whistle was for. They said the faceoff's coming out of the zone. I don't know what happened. Not quite sure what happened here. But there's a commercial break, so we will have to wait and see what happened. A couple players went down behind the American goal, and then they blew the whistle, so I don't know if there's a penalty or not. I did not see it. Buns ass glasses. Too funny. Hey, Amar, I appreciate that. Thank you. Alrighty. So far, so good for the Canadian ladies here. I still think if they can get that first goal, that is really going to change the complexion of this game. The Americans also haven't trailed at any point in this tournament, I don't think. I don't think they've trailed for a single second. They do, Terrence. They do look like the better team so far. I like the way Canada's playing. You can tell their experience right now is really helping them. There's a lot of players on the American team that have not played at this game, right? You're the Americans trying to center out in front. Diving play, couldn't come up with it. Turnbull up the middle. Sent back into the Canadian zone. Briefly offside, but the U.S. is tagged up. Here's Ambrose. She's going to skate in front of her goal, and she's tripped up, and Team Canada is going to get a power play here. That's going to be a power play for Team Canada. Tripping call against the Americans. Ambrose skated in front of her net. I don't know why Team Canada keeps skating in front of their goal. That is very, very dangerous, but they have drawn a power play, second power play of the period. This is a great opportunity here to take the lead. It's more that Team USA, I think, has leapfrogged Canada in terms of player development. Team USA brings in a lot of college talent, a lot of younger players. And here's a breakaway for the U.S. Walking in, and can't get a good shot off. Good defense. Skamura couldn't get a good look. That was great defense. Canadian defender got back and checked Skamura off the puck. Heading to practice now. Gonna nap. Go Canada. I appreciate that. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy your nap. Here's Spooner. Sends the puck hard and around the boards. Poulin to Spooner. She'll give the puck to Fast at the point. Across the ice. Here's Poulin, left circle. Poulin with a shot, looking for the tip in to Spooner, and she just missed it. Here's Watts now. She'll get to Poulin, trying to center it, and that puck deflected awkwardly off her stick, and that'll be sent down the ice. Canada looking to reset now. Less than a minute left on their power play. Their second power play of the period. Would love to get one here because the Americans are going to get a couple power plays themselves. Good keep in by the Canadians, but Thompson squeezed off the puck, and here's a play in front. Shot towards the goal by Barnes. That goes wide, and Canada will skate it forward. Good kill for the Americans. Puck in the middle. Oh, just out of the reach of Jenner. Puck kept alive by Canada. Here's Ambrose. Shot towards the goal. Rebound. Backhand. Good save by Krankel. Frankel making a couple good saves. Puck is along the half wall. Canada trying to keep the puck alive. It's going to get sent down, and that's going to do it for the second power play for Canada. Unable to convert. Could have really blown this game open just a little bit. But back to 5-on-5. Here's Dunn. Shot towards the goal and another save by Frankel. Shots are 8-5 in favor of Canada in this first period. Here's Dunn. From Knight. Dunn down low. Knight can't come up with it. Protected by Turnbull. Turnbull plays it forward. Here's Larocque. Stacey getting pressured like crazy. Puck in her feet. Stacey can't come up with it. Good support, though. And now the puck in the middle. Here's Sarah Nurse with space. Sarah Nurse jumps up, trying to center it on goal. On net, and that's stopped by Frankel. Shots 9-5 in favor of Canada with 2:15 left in the first. Although I would say only maybe one high danger chance. I don't think the Canadians have had like an inner slot shot yet. Yo, what's going on, Monkey Man? Once a billet home for the Team Canada women's team for a camp in Mississauga back in 2004. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Here's Keller for the U.S. Shot towards the Canadian goal. That goes off of a defender in front. Thompson plays it up the left wing. The U.S. keeps it in. Here's Heisey. Taylor Heisey stops up to the point. Keller across the ice. Keller shot towards the goal. Good save by Desbiens. And the U.S. Now they're starting to get their legs going here. Bit of pressure, but they have to reset in their own zone. Puck goes off of a stick in the neutral zone for Canada, and there's a big check thrown by Gardner. Murphy went down, no call. Crowd, I think, wanted a call there. U.S. team now with 1:12 to go, looking to get a breakout. Holding on to the puck. Misplayed for a moment. Keller skates behind her own net. Here's Keller. Waiting for an outlet. Watts applying the pressure to prevent the clean outlet. Keller skates it forward now. She'll play it to her right. Edwards into the Canadian zone. That is, it looked offside for a moment, but they waved it off. Canada making sure that they protect the puck here. Poulin down low for Larocque. Play into the middle. Watts can't make a play to Poulin, and the U.S. will skate it back into the Canadian zone. 2-on-3 here. And yeah, Canadian penalty coming up. That was a lazy penalty to take at the end of the first period, and the U.S. with a 6-on-5 here. Shot towards the goal. It's bouncing around. 14 seconds to go. And that's going to be a hooking call on Team Canada. And I can't say I'm surprised. But if you can get out of the period, just finish off the last 14 seconds and then start with a fresh sheet of ice. Yeah, that's a clear hook by... Oh, boy. That's a clear hook. All right, 14 seconds to kill, and then Team USA will have a minute and 46 seconds of power play when the second period starts. Assuming they don't score in the next 14 seconds. Here's Carpenter off the faceoff for the U.S. They're going to redo that one. Off the draw. Puck is under the feet of O'Neill, trying to grab it. Puck across Keller. In front, deflected just wide of the goal. 2 seconds. Keller can't get a shot off, and this game will be tied 0-0 heading to the second period, which, all things considered, I would say is not too shabby. Not too shabby, folks. All right. So no scoring summary to talk about, obviously. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit the like button. Can someone win a face-off? Let's go Canada. Can't watch the game. It's my fiance and I's anniversary, but wanted to drop by saying, in Austin, we trust. Let's go Canada. We'll tune into tomorrow's stream. Thank you so much, Homie Lander. I appreciate that. Happy anniversary as well, by the way. That is very exciting. Very, very exciting, folks. All right. I'm going to take a quick 5-minute break here, maybe 10. Y'all get to enjoy hanging out with Chair for a little bit. Sorry, Kitty Litter, not an Oilers stream. Oilers are not back until the 25th of February. 4 years. That's incredible. Congrats. What does Canada need to do? They just need to put the puck in the net. Overall, I liked their play. I thought they had more zone time. I thought they had the better looks. But the 2 power plays that they didn't convert, hopefully that doesn't come back to bite them. But yeah, I will be back. We'll get some water, stretch the legs out. Yeah, we're just hanging out. We're chilling. All right. We are chilling. I'd say good period for Team Canada so far. Honestly, a better period than I was expecting. Canada has really showed up, and that's huge. Alrighty. How are we doing? How are we feeling? Don't mind me, just having a little munch. Canada's best period versus the U.S. all year, but got to score first. Yep, 100%. How's the heart rate today? Not too bad. It's at 118 beats per minute right now, but that's just because I was eating and walking around. So I think I've snacked before on streams, but it's not often. I didn't have breakfast before the game started, so when the first period ended, I was like shaky. I was like, I gotta get food in my system. Made myself a little breakfast sandwich. Franklin, you didn't come say hi, buddy? We do have a Franklin in the room, by the way. Franklin. Hi, buddy. What you up to? What are you up to? And he wants nothing to do with me right now. He's like, nope. He's like, leave me alone. Is the USA known to have the best players in women's hockey? Right now, Team USA, they like to focus on like college talent and speed, youth. Team Canada hasn't caught up in terms of like maximizing the potential of the player base in this country. I would say Team USA, as it stands today, has the better program for player development. Yeah, he is hiding. I guess I can end this poll. I think we have enough votes on the poll. End poll. 82% of you said that the underdogs can find a way. You know what? I like that positivity. I like that positivity a lot. If Canada plays like they did in the first period for the rest of this game, they can win this one. Yeah, they're showing the last 7 games versus Canada. That is the Americans. They're on a 7-game win streak against Team Canada, dating back to the 2025 World Championships. So does that mean Team USA is due for a loss? I don't know. I didn't at the time. I did not notice at the time, like in real time. I had no idea. It wasn't until after the game that I saw everyone posting about it, which is crazy. Farron is watching. Say hi. Hello, Farron. Second period has begun. Team USA does have a power play. Shelton was in the box for hooking. So minute 30 of power play time for Team USA. Oh, and almost stolen by O'Neill. That would have been a potential breakaway. Canada trying to get the puck up the ice. Oh, that's a bad giveaway. Comes to the blue line. Keller across the ice. Here's Edwards with a shot. Rebound in front. Oh, man. I don't know how that puck stayed out. A couple saves there. Puck up the ice, and here's Stacey. Stacey walking in, centering it out in front. Scores! What a goal! Short-handed for Team Canada. Wow! They couldn't score on their own power play, but they take a 1-0 lead on a 2-on-1. What a move in front. Forehand to backhand. Unbelievable goal. Canada with the 1-0 lead, short-handed. Oh, baby. Unreal. Stacey skates up. O'Neill with her speed gets in. And yeah, there's nothing the American goaltender can do on that. O'Neill with a fantastic move. The forehand to backhand against the grain. 1-0 Canada. Team USA still does have 50 seconds of power play time, but Canada with the early 1-0 lead to start the second period. That is huge. And the shutout streak ends for the Americans at over 350 minutes. And Team USA has not trailed in this tournament. How will they respond now? Here come the Americans, and that's a clear dive. No way they're going to call that a penalty. U.S. setting up on the power play. They still have 20 seconds of power play time. Pass into the middle, just out of the reach of the American forward. And Canada does get it past the blue line. Puck into the neutral zone, kind of flopping around here. 5 seconds left. That looked offside to me, but yes, it is offside on Team USA with the power play coming to an end. Canada with the 1-0 lead. O'Neill short-handed, a beautiful goal and a great setup by Stacey. Great goal from O'Neill, man. Incredible. Kristen O'Neill. Off the face-off at the Canadian blue line. Poulin wins it back. Ambrose around. Fast plays it forward. Out of the reach of Poulin. Kept alive by the Americans. And that's going to be offside again on Team USA. So face-off will come outside the zone once again. And Desbiens, who made a couple saves before that shorthanded goal as well. Cannot be understated how important that was. Off the draw. Shelton sends it in deep. Canada on the forecheck now. Can't come up with it. We did, Shock. We did. U.S. now in on the forecheck, trying to come up with it. Let's go. Canada chant has started. Here's a play in front, wraparound attempt, and Desbiens holds her post, does not allow that to go through on the short side. Yeah, O'Neill scored shorthanded, Shock. Do I think Celebrini can win MVP? Absolutely, I think he can. Also, Mesmer with the $6.99 super chat. Thank you so much, Mesmer. Appreciate that. I remember your super chats from a few days ago as well. Appreciate that so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Off the face-off. USA getting in on the forecheck here. Now they're down by 1. How will the Americans play trailing? It's not often the Americans trail. In fact, they have not trailed in this tournament. But they're trailing now, so they're going to have to open things up a little bit, I think. And Team Canada, defensively structured in this game, haven't given the Americans a lot of space or room. Puck is deflected into the Canadian zone. And a backhand shot just went over the boards there. 17:03 to play. Bit of rough stuff in front of the American bench, but I think cooler heads are going to prevail here. But yeah, I do think Celebrini could definitely win MVP. He leads the tournament in goals. He's only, 2 points behind McDavid for overall scoring. The kid is unbelievable right now. Oh, they got to get there first. Dr. Sandwich, Canada's got to get there first. Clark up ahead. Turnbull with a shot towards the American net. That goes wide. Nice job by Clark in on the forecheck, applying a lot of pressure. Can't come up with it. The U.S. will send it into the neutral zone. Puck played forward into the zone by Knight. And Team Canada, puck bouncing around. Can't quite corral this. U.S. keeps the play alive. Good support by Stacey. She'll flip it high to center. Clark skates after it, applying pressure. Clark using her stick and speed, trying to make a play. It is given away here. Puck across the ice by Poulin, trying to center it out in front. Here's Clark now again, just doing a great job forechecking. Here's Fillier. Thompson to Fillier, centered in front off of a leg, trying to find Poulin, who was in the high slot. Can't get a clean shot off, and Team Canada is going to reset here. Thompson, she'll send it in deep, not icing. The Americans will reset. Canada, again, applying pressure. It's a long change here. Nice job by Poulin. Takes her player down. And Canada sends it in deep again. The U.S. hemmed in a little bit, unable to get a clean zone exit. Looking to probably try and get a change once this puck gets into the Canadian zone, which it is now. Puck off the glass. Bit of a giveaway. Murphy comes up with it, centers it out in front. Here's a play, and it's shot over the goal. Wow. Bilka shot that over the net. I don't know if Desbiens got a piece of that or not, but that went really high up into the air. What a centering feed, and it was a good block. It was a shot block by Ambrose. I think she got her stick on that, which forced the puck out of play. Great defense by the Canadians. Off the faceoff. Puck is sent in deep. Canada trying to come up with it. This puck's been kind of bouncy. It's causing a little bit of troubles for both teams to come up with clean exits. Puck along the half wall. Battle along for it by Nurse. Nurse off the boards. Janicki all over her. Nurse gloves it forward. And here come the Canadians. Here's Malte. Jenner to Malte, 2-on-1. She flips it in front. Oh, they're going to say that's offside. They're going to say offside here. That there's probably going to be a couple seconds extra added back onto the clock. Didn't realize that was offside. I did not hear the whistle there. I think she was trying to hit the sky. Well, I think she did it. I think she hit the sky. I think she was successful. They're resetting here. Both teams making a change. Face-off will be at the American blue line. Lots of fans inside the building today. Off the face-off, Canada wins it, but it'll be picked up by Zumwickel. Shot on net goes wide. Here's a puck to the blue line. Oh, Keller lost it in her feet. And here's Spooner, 1-on-2. Spooner towards the American goal. That deflects wide of the net. Spooner in on the forecheck with Gosling. O'Neill. O'Neill has the goal for Canada. She's back on the ice. Puck is sent down into the Canadian zone. Not enough for icing. It's going to be picked up by Thompson. Thompson sends the puck up the left wing to O'Neill. O'Neill with a dump, and Canada will chase. Nice job by the Canadians. They protect along the boards, centering it out in front. Here's a shot towards the goal. It's off a body, and Stacey almost had that. Nice job by Knight, though. Hillary Knight sends it through the neutral zone. It's going to be picked up by Shelton. Shelton up the left wing. Poked forward for a moment. Canada briefly lost it, but they come back up with possession. It's sent in deep. Stacey will chase after it now. Stacey behind the American goal. Keller, pressured. Canada, all over them right now. Here's Watts into the middle of the ice. Oh, just off of a skate. Would have potentially had a lane to the net if that puck had been corralled cleanly. Oh, there's a giveaway. Knight with a sharp angle shot, and that was an easy stave by Desbiens. Poulin now in the neutral zone, trying to play the puck forward. Marie-Philippe Poulin, potentially her last Olympic tournament in a Canadian uniform on the ice. Absolute legend. Multiple Olympic game-winning goals. She's an absolute legend. Can she add to her legend one more time in this game? Comes to the blue line. The U.S. Fillier can't grab it. The U.S. doing a good job right now with zone time. Canada doing a good job boxing them out to the outside. Nothing on the inside lane. Here's a shot towards the goal. Rebound in front. Oh, what a save by Desbiens. Wow, that puck came loose. What a save. Puck taken by Watts. Can't get it out of the zone, though. USA is pressing now. Lots of pressure. Lots of zone time. Goes to Lemmy trying to send it out in front. It comes to the neutral zone, and Canada desperate for any kind of change. Trying to get any fresh bodies they can onto the ice. Nice steal here. And here come the Canadians. Here's Sarah Nurse with speed. Nurse trying to get in. Can't get the shot off. It's loose in front. Where is it? It's in the padding. Not in the goal, though. Good job by Sarah Nurse, who just had to get that puck out. She tried to power through, make a power move to the net. But Team Canada will head to the commercial break up by 1. O'Neill with the short-handed goal. And what a save by Desbiens on that last shift. Oh, my goodness. Came across the crease. I thought that was a sure goal. That net was wide open. Practice and Olympics going on does not go well together. Just watch the Olympics. Who needs to practice? Why does that surprise you? You're the only one that would have go-go in your name. What's going on, Nigel? How you doing? So far, so good for Canada right now. Some shaky moments in the defensive zone, though, but Desbiens has been unbelievable in the crease for the Canadians. What a great save. Wow. That's an unreal save. And then Nurse tried to come in, got a shot off. Good save by Frankel. I thought we weren't supposed to ask about what happened on the 13th. You keep telling us, don't ask us what happened. Here's a shot towards the American goal, and that goes wide. Another play in front. Canada can't quite come up with it. And here's Zumwinkle. And the puck is sent in deep. Icing and or offside. Not sure what that was called. What's going on, Liam? Got a playoff basketball game at 6 on the road. Let's go, Canada. Have fun and good luck in your basketball game. You got this. And I'm glad you're doing good, Nigel. That's great. Love to hear that. Also, if you're tuning in, make sure to hit that like button. Goes a long way in supporting the channel. Appreciate that. That's the best way, and it's free. O'Neill's going to take the face-off in the American zone. U.S. wins it. Here's Barnes for Team USA. We are up, Fleecy. Short-handed goal for O'Neill. Stolen away by O'Neill, but the U.S. keeps the puck in the Canadian zone. The U.S. doing a good job getting it on the forecheck. Canada's kind of surviving here. They got to get back to their game. Who else thought the Czechs were going to pull off the upset? I mean, Czechia always plays Canada hard, whether it's the Olympics or World Juniors. That's a team that always gives Canada fits. Puck is sent into the American zone. Chased after. U.S., though, they come up with it. They'll dump it in deep. Knight chases after it for the U.S. team. Shot towards the Canadian goal. Carpenter's shot deflects wide. Canada along the half wall. Close boards, centering play. Here's a play towards the Canadian goal. Good save by Desbiens. Here's Thompson with pressure. Puts it around the boards. Nobody there for Canada to come up with it. Here's Edwards with a shot. Rebound in front. Rebound blocked. And that'll head into the neutral zone. Canada looks like they're on their heels a little bit here. Looks like they're a little bit on their heels. Here's Edwards with a shot, and that goes high and over the glass. That puck will deflect out of the zone, and Stacey trying to come up with it. Looks like it could be offside here. They're not going to call it. Stacey sends the puck hard and around into the American zone. Shots 12-11 USA, but I'd say the zone time and chances are in favor of Team USA in this second period, despite Canada getting a goal from O'Neill. Here's Larocque now. Trying to center it out in front. Almost gave it away. Puck bouncing. Good support, though, as Canada will be able to get it clear. Here's Poulin. Potential 2-on-1. Poulin being hooked up. Trying to center it into the middle. Larocque down low. Canada can't quite keep possession here. U.S., a little bit of a miscommunication, but they do come up with it. They'll get the clear, and they'll get a change. Did I talk about Paul Coffey coming back to the Oilers? I addressed it in my post-game fan reaction yesterday for a few minutes. I do plan on doing a full video on it when the Olympics are over. There's a shot towards the Canadian goal. That's blocked in front by Harvey. Harvey comes up with it again. The U.S. once again, lots of pressure. Here's a play into the high slot. Good save by Desbiens. Harvey, they're cycling it around. Shot from the point. That goes high and wide, and picked up by Desbiens as the U.S. team applying lots of pressure here. Team Canada kind of surviving. Hey, sounds good, Liam. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm not sure, Christy. I couldn't answer that. I agree. I agree about the Oilers coaching situation. In my opinion, the fact that Coffey's coming back, I think that means Chris Knobloch's time in Edmonton is like, he's on a very short leash right now. They're going to probably let him finish the season, see how they do in the playoffs. But if they get ousted early in the first round or even second round, I could see a situation where this summer they look for a new coach, like full time. Amber says the U.S. does have a few college players that are going to be in the PWHL draft. Thank you, Amber, for answering Christy's question. Appreciate that. Yo, what's going on, Coolistic? How are you? What up, Unk? I can never get away from all of you bullies. Vibing, I'm also vibing. Uh-oh, is the crowd doing the wave? Wait, no, remember, the wave is a good thing. We embrace the wave now. Canada trying to send the puck in deep. That's going to be offside at the American blue line. A couple players got tied up there. Shots 14-11 USA after being 8-6 for Canada in the first period. So since that first period, the shots are 8-3 in favor of Team USA. Puck is sent in deep into the American zone. Kept alive by Clark. Clark keeps it in for a moment. Team USA, though, they'll leave the zone on transition. 3-on-2, sent in behind the Canadian goal. Here's Turnbull into support fast. Fast and Turnbull fighting for it against Knight. Hillary Knight for Team USA. Digging for that puck. Fast trying to cut her lane off. Fast. Stacy can't grab it. Into the middle of the ice. Here's a play. Edwards looking for a shot, and that goes high and wide. And Team Canada, once again, they are just hanging on here. Puck sent down the ice and not icing. They are lucky that was not icing. Here's Schofield. Centering attempt, nobody home. O'Neill trying to come up with it. Boxed out by the Canadians. Here's Watts. Up the middle. Deflected in by O'Neill. O'Neill chases after it. Gets in on the forecheck. Team USA with full possession here. They'll skate out of the zone cleanly. The U.S. wasn't able to get this much time and pressure in the first period, but they have been kind of all over Team Canada since the Canadians took the lead shorthanded. Puck behind the Canadian goal. Up the right boards. Does get out of the zone, but not a clean pass. Here comes Watts for Canada. Watts spins away from a check. Trying to make a play back to the blue line, but that puck is stolen. Puck along the near half wall here. Watts takes a bump along the boards. Puck back to the neutral zone. Here's Heisey. Heisey tried to send it in deep. It goes off the leg of the linesman, and they'll keep possession. Here's Barnes centering it out in front. Where is it? It's along the side of the net. Nobody could grab it. Now the Americans do. Here's a slap shot. Rebound in front, and that goes through the crease and wide of the goal. I don't know how that stayed out. And Team USA, here's Murphy. Walks in, shoots in front. Good save initially by Desbiens. And now the Canadians will come up with it. Here's Malte. She'll chip. She'll chase against Strickland. Strickland skates it forward. Trying to get through that neutral zone. She does. They're going to say offside, though, on the Americans. Oh, boy. Team USA is pressing here. Team USA is pressing. And if Canada is not careful, Canada's got to get back to boxing out a little bit more. That first period, the U.S. wasn't able to get these clean zone entries into the zone like they have been this period. Canada's got to find a way, whether they want to trap it up or not, prevent these zone entries from happening, because once the U.S. is in, they start to set up that cycle and forecheck, and the Canadians don't really have an answer for it right now. Sayonara. Take care. You take care as well. I appreciate it. Also, the longer Canada holds on to a 1-goal lead, the higher this heart rate will increase as this game progresses. So I'd like to see a little bit of insurance. That would be very nice for my health. My heart rate was already very high in that Czechia game in the men's tournament yesterday. So USA leading goal scorers in Olympic history. Hillary Knight has 14 goals in Olympic history. Also, Hillary Knight got engaged before the gold medal game to American speed skater. That's pretty cool. I like seeing those happy stories. Love to see that. Here's Canada now. Shot towards the goal, and that's stopped. Easy save by the American goaltender. Oh, I'm with you. The 2010 was wild. In that men's game, the U.S. tied it late. Game goes to overtime. I agree. Canada's got to get back on the forecheck. They got to get back on the attack here. They do have an offensive zone draw. If O'Neal can win it, let's get it. What's up, Fleecy? Out of school, let's go. Puck is sent into the neutral zone. Canada sends it back on goal. They need the Darnell Nurse special. They need Game 7 Cody Ceci is what they need. Oh, puck almost sent to Poulin. If she had seen it in her feet, she would have had a one-on-one opportunity. Puck went into the corner, though. Here's Edwards now for Team USA. Edwards skates by a couple Canadian defenders. Puck is sent into the Canadian zone, and that's going to be icing with 5:05 to play. Here's a shot towards the American goal. That's a good save. Here's Jakes with a shot. Rebound in front. What a deflection by Fillier. Oh, man. Sarah Fillier had a great look, and what a save. Jeez, I thought that was a tap-in. Here's Fillier on the forecheck again. Fillier across the ice. Thompson. Here's Watts on the forecheck. Plays it back to the point and not kept alive there. Foot race. Here's Murphy. Nurse. Nurse tries to send it in deep. That goes off of a stick. Sent down the ice. Another icing on Team USA. Shots are now even. 16 apiece. Goals, 1-0 Canada. 4:22 to go here in the second. Man, what a play. What a deflection by Fillier. What a save. Holy smokes. Fillier with a great opportunity and a better save for Team USA. Here's Shelton with a shot. Here's Nurse, and wow, another good save by Frankel for Team USA. Frankel making some good saves here. Canada getting some looks. Oh, what's going on here? Taking a look at the face-off dot, figuring it out. Here's the face-off in the American zone. It's a battle for it. Canada can't come up with it. The U.S. protects in the corner. Looking for some support. Malte can't grab it. It comes up the ice. Here's Hillary Knight now. She'll get it to the neutral zone, but that puck is eventually shot into the crowd. Hopefully everyone's okay. Yeah, that lucky fan caught the puck. He's happy. Tom Brady in attendance. Good for Tom Brady. He's just hanging out. Man, it's a dream to go to the Olympic Games one day. Maybe in 2030, I'll try and go. Off the face-off. Puck sent into the Canadian zone. Oh, and there's a bit of a hit on Shelton. No worries, though. Centering attempt. Shot goes wide. Here's Turnbull. Trying to grab it. Oh, I'm sure tickets are hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. I have no idea. I don't know what they were for the tickets in Italy. But you have to enter like a lottery to even have a chance to like win a chance to get those tickets. USA keeps the puck alive. Harvey, she'll center it out in front, and Canada will steal it. And a potential 2-on-1. Here's Stacey. Walks in, trying to put it into the middle, and Stacey may have been better to just put that on goal. Stacey centers it out in front. Nobody home. And here come the Americans. Here's Bilka, stopped up by Larocque. Great job by Larocque. Pass up the neutral zone. Ambrose deflects it in deep. 3 minutes to play in the second period. Canada with a 1-0 lead here in the gold medal game against Team USA. Canada playing a grindy, strong effort. Their best effort we've seen from the Canadians in over a year against Team USA. Here's Jakes trying to grab it. Puck in the feet of a couple players. And the U.S. will regroup in their own zone. Puck sent into the neutral zone, taken by Thompson. Thompson pokes it forward. Thompson walks into the net, into the blue paint, and a good save by Frankel. Wow. Great job by Canada. Again, that's how they've been playing in the neutral zone today. Good step up. Good chance here for Canada. The U.S. just can't quite skate through that neutral zone right now. They had their looks earlier in the second period, but as this period has progressed, Canada has gotten back to their game here. Offensive zone face-off, won by Canada, but the U.S. will skate it out. Here's Skabora in front, deflected, it's loose. Not quite a shot on goal. Puck is underneath the Canadian defender here. Shelton protects. Shelton trying to play it around the boards. USA on the forecheck. Here's Fast now. Playing it forward. Not out of the zone. US with it. Here's Edwards. She'll feed it down low. The Americans trying to cycle again. Back to the blue line. Here's Edwards. With a shot towards the goal. That may have deflected on goal, but it does go wide of the net. Here's Fast for Canada. Looking for just a high flip. Got to get that into safety. Canada. Again, U.S. on transition here with more zone time. U.S. getting a change in. Here's a pass across into the middle. Shot in front. That goes off of a skate, and Canada is just surviving the last little bit here. Here's Wynn. Shot towards the goal. Rebound in front. That's sent down the ice. And is it on goal? If it is, it's not icing. It is not icing. Team Canada desperately trying to get a few fresh bodies on as the U.S. will skate it back into the Canadian zone. 1 minute to play in the second. Oh, and Bilka centering attempt, and that almost deflected into the goal. U.S. does a good job keeping that play alive. Into the middle of the ice. Shot towards the net by Bilka, and that's stopped by Debian. Wow. Easily the best player for Canada in this period has been their goaltender, Debian. Shots are 20 apiece. Team USA with about 3 shots on goal in the last 30 seconds or so. Canada is surviving, but they do have the lead. And for the most part, Canada is still keeping things to the outside. They're not giving up those inside lanes very easily. So we'll see if they're able to continue that. There's still 40 seconds left in this period, though. Puck will come to the neutral zone. Poked forward. Oh, man. Almost had a potential odd man rush. Puck behind the American goal. Frankel around the boards kept in by Thompson towards the American net. Bounces wide. Here's a shot by Turnbull. That does not make it to the goal. It was bouncing all over the place. Oh, and here's a giveaway. Stacey walks in. Puck on goal. And Stacey was checked there. Couldn't get a clean shot on net, but that was a good keep to get that puck towards the American goal with 16 seconds left in the second. It's going to give Canada. I mean, look at my heart rate. We're already at 130. As this game progresses, it's only going to get higher. What's up, Canadian girl? How you doing? Puck one to the point. Here's a shot. Deflected in front. Oh, and that went just wide. Fillier with the deflection. What an opportunity late in the period. Centering attempt for Canada. U.S. just surviving the last couple seconds here. And Team Canada is going to head. Team Canada is going to head to the third period up by 1. Outshooting the Team USA 21-20 as we head to the second intermission. Oh my goodness. Debian is having an unbelievable game for Team Canada. A fantastic game for Team Canada. We'll take a look at the box stats here for that second period. Kristen O'Neill scored shorthanded early in that period, less than a minute in. Beautiful goal assisted by Stacey and Fast. Laura Stacey, Renata Fast. incredible. Shots in the well, no, those shot totals are not right. It's 21-20, which means the shots in the second period were 14 to 13 in favor of Team USA. So more chances for Team USA, and that kind of tracks, right? That kind of tracks with how it played out. Team USA had a lot more zone time. You have an American referee and a Canadian referee in this game. You have a Czech linesman and a Finnish linesman as well. Yeah, the goaltenders are very good. I agree with that. Exactly. You can tell both teams, they are whatever they have in the tank, they are trying to empty the tank. Team USA is going to come out and do everything they can. They're going to try and tie that game early. Canada, they need another one, man. They need another goal. I don't think sitting on a 1-0 lead is going to be sustainable against this American team. They are too good. This American team is too good to sit on a lead. But I am going to take another 5-10 minute break. So make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you stretch, grab a snack, grab a drink, give your cats or pets some love. And we will be back in about 10 minutes or so. We'll get ready for that third period. We'll put us on the Be Right Back screen where we get to fly through time and space in a retro vibe. And y'all get to hang out with Chair for a little bit. So I will see you all in a few minutes. All right. Oh, it's all good. No worries. All right, what's going on, Vince? Good to see you. I'll see you all in about 5-10 minutes. Be nice to Chair. Franklin, you taking over, buddy? You taking over the stream? Knocking the clock over. Franklin thinks he runs the place. What do you all think? Does Franklin run the place? Yan with the 11 months. Thank you so much. Hype game. That shorthanded goal was a beauty. Absolutely beautiful. Could not agree more. Hype game. Also, thank you so much for the 11 months, Yan. You're the best. As always, enjoy your emotes. Enjoy the badge next to your name. I would say enjoy ad-free viewing, but that doesn't exist on YouTube unless you have YouTube Premium. So, hey, what's going on, Zach? How you doing? He does. Franklin, you want to come up, bud? Hey, you want to come up? He's looking. He's side-eyeing me. He's thinking about it. The women's team qualified for the semis in curling. I did see that a little bit earlier today. Very happy about that. That is very exciting. Yeah, curling's fun. I haven't watched a lot of curling, sadly, though. Curling's been on at, like, for the most part, it's been on at, like, 2 or 3 in the morning local time here for me, so I haven't been getting up to watch it. I've been trying to catch the highlights, though, and oh, boy. There was a skier that went down in the half pipe, the women's half pipe. They're just showing a replay of it. I think she knocked herself out. That's scary. Hopefully she's okay. I don't know who that was. Canada's up 2-1 on Norway in the curling semifinal, the men's semifinal. An American skier got hit with a leaf blower during their descent. I saw that. That's crazy. How does that even happen, bro? Someone missed their cue to, like, get the snowblower off of the or the leaf blower away from the track. That's wild to me. That should just never happen. I'm glad they were okay. Like, luckily that didn't, like, cause an injury or anything. Hey, Falk, how you doing? Welcome back. How you doing today? My heart rate right now is okay. I was about to say we're below a 120. It looks like it wants to pop up a little bit here. We are below 120 heading to the third period. Canada will be defending a 1-goal lead here in the gold medal game. They've played a very solid hockey game. They have really done a good job for most of this game, not allowing Team USA to get, the odd man rush chances, no breakaways. They've limited those inner slot shots. Who throws a leaf blower? They didn't throw the leaf blower. They were just like, they were hanging over the edge of the track with it, blowing snow off the track. Is the gold medal game on Sunday? Is it at 6 a.m. for men's hockey? Yes, it is. 6 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, yeah. That's wild, man. I would have been pissed if I was that skier and that happened to me. Are you allowed to do, like, a rerun? Are you allowed to, like, do your run again? Could they consider that just like, employee error and get to do the run again? I feel like that would have messed up my run. Bronze medal game is on Saturday, yes. That game's on earlier. That game is not super early. So if Canada plays in the bronze medal game, that game is on at 12:30 local time here in Alberta. Bronze medal game, 12:30 on Saturday, and then gold medal game is 6 a.m. on Sunday. Now, obviously, I'm hoping to be awake for this game. This is the game that I want to be broadcasting. I want Canada to make it, but they still have to beat Finland tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. I will be streaming that game as well. So if that's something that you want to see, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I will be doing a live stream tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. local time for that. Should be a good game. Cannot underestimate the Finns. They may not have had the best tournament. They did lose to Slovakia at the beginning, but I think Finland's starting to find their game here. They did have to come back against Switzerland, scored 2 goals in the third, and then won it in overtime yesterday in the quarterfinals. But it is not going to be an easy game for Canada by any stretch. And if Sidney Crosby is still hurt, that is a huge blow to the lineup. That's right. Yeah, Pacific time. Those are the Pacific times. All righty. Third period has begun. Canada, can they hang on? USA, will they be stopped? USA, undefeated in this tournament, down for the first time in this tournament. How will both teams play this third period? Here's Canada now with a high flip to the neutral zone. That's going to be an icing call. And if you're Canada, you don't want to be doing that. Don't give up a lot of in-zone face-offs if you don't have to. Skate with the puck, manage it. Find lanes. If you don't have it, get to the red line and then dump it in. You don't want to be doing that where you ice it early. I hope Morrissey's in the lineup tomorrow. I have not been a fan of Sanheim or Parayko personally, so hopefully Morrissey gets in there. Here's Team USA with a shot on goal. Where is it? Blocked in front. The goaltender is down and out here. Desbiens looking for her stick. She's going to grab it and stand back up. Team USA with an early pressure here as they're trying to get the cycle going. Once again, puck comes to the blue line. Here's Harvey now. Harvey being pressured by the Canadians. Here's Clark. Reverses it behind her net. Stacy along the half wall will be able to get the zone clear. She'll send it down the ice. That's going to be another icing. Another icing on Canada. Cannot be doing this right now. That is two shifts in a row where Canada has iced it. And Team USA is going to be looking for... They smell blood in the water if you're Canada and you just keep icing it. What a block, though, by Clark. Holy smokes. Oh, yeah, and Desbiens was actually bumped into on that play as well by the American forechecker. Here's another defensive zone face-off, won by Canada. We'll put it off the boards. It'll get down the ice. Is that going to be icing? Again, not icing. They're going to say no. That went off of a stick, not icing. Here's Knight on the far side. Puck was centered to Hillary Knight, but that's stopped by Desbiens, and she'll just hang on to it with 18:43 to go. So Coyne tried to center it to Knight. Shots are 21 apiece. And so far, Team USA, they've had the early pressure in the third period. And you knew Team USA was going to come out flying. Here's a centering pass into the slot area. Nice job by Canada. They blocked the lanes, and here's Marie-Philippe Poulin. Poulin gets to center, dumps it in deep. Any more magic from Marie-Philippe Poulin in what is potentially the last Olympic Games that she plays in? Puck is going to be sent in deep into the Canadian zone. Desbiens gives it away. Shot towards the Canadian goal. That goes high and wide. Off the glass, kept alive by the Americans. Here's a centering attempt in front and nice defensive play by Canada. Canada will just chip it into the American zone. 18 minutes to go in the third. This clock cannot tick down fast enough for Canada, and it will be ticking down very fast for the Americans. If Canada can just get themselves one more, they can get a little bit of a lead here, bit of insurance, I think it would go a long way. There's a high flip to the neutral zone. Picked off, sent back in deep. Here's Debian behind her goal. Almost misplayed it. Shelton, pressured by a couple of Americans. Nurse into support with Fast. And here's Fast. She'll skate it forward. Fast, potential 3-on-2. Here's Malte in front. Jenner with a shot. What a save by Frankel. Great 3-on-2 chance for the Canadians and a good save by Frankel. Puck will be sent in behind the Canadian net now. Reversed back and reversed again. Here's Fast trying to play it forward. O'Neill sends it up. Turnbull almost checked off the puck. Canada trying to play forward. Here's Heisey now. She'll send it in deep. Dump and chase for the Americans. And they're going to put all the pressure they can on the Canadian defenders. Thompson can't come up with it. Centering attempt, and that is all the way back into the American zone. Not icing. It is icing, actually. Sorry. My apologies. 16:36 to play. I thought that was a pass from the Americans. I didn't think that was a Canadian that iced it, but I'm with you, Epiphany. I'm with you. Man, what a chance by Jenner. In tight, good save by Frankel for the American team. All right, so face-off is going to be at center. I didn't think that was icing, so the linesmen were like, you know what? You're right. That wasn't supposed to be icing. Face-off at center. The Americans trying to come up with it now. It's going to be played into the neutral zone, picked up by Canada. Centering attempt or a breakout attempt goes off a stick and out of play. 16:24 to go. Coin on the ice for Team USA. Face off at center once again, and some rough stuff going on there between Hillary Knight. Off the face-off, the Americans win it. Here's Harvey trying to find Knight. It gets by Shelton. What's going on, Ethan? How you doing? Puck goes into the near corner in the Canadian zone. Flipped ahead by Jacques. Played into the neutral zone. Here is a hard rim. Deep. Centering. Pass. The Americans trying to get a puck on goal. They fall. And the puck is going to be sent in to the American zone. Canada doing a good job right now. Keeping things to the outside. The U.S. is going to reset in their zone. Here's Harvey. Cross the ice to Janicki. Janicki with speed. Left circle. Shot on goal. Goes off the outside of the net. Turnbull off the half wall. Doesn't get the puck out. The U.S. keep it in. Nice job, though, by Larocque. But they can't get the puck to Stacey, and it's kept alive by the Americans. Slot a pass in front. Can't get a shot off. Was Heisey. Puck is going to be kicked forward, but it is knocked out of the zone now. Team Canada just surviving. High flip to the neutral zone. How you doing, Oilers girl? Puck behind the Canadian goal. Around the boards. Here's Watts trying to find Fillier. That's going to be a foot race. Not icing. Fillier goes down into the corner, but she'll be okay. Kept alive by Team Canada. Puck sent back to Fillier, but she's going to go for a change. That was a good attempt there. Happy that Fillier, even though she went down on the non-icing call, she's okay. Here's Bilka, shot towards the Canadian goal. That goes off the stick of Debian and wide. And here's Jenner. Here's Nurse now, trying to skate through a couple of American defenders. Nice job by Nurse to push that through. 14:17 to play. Barnes plays it forward. Nice job by Thompson. Thompson in the corner. Couple of Americans trying to come up with it. Here's Murphy looking to center it. Murphy, left circle. Now at the point, in the middle of the ice, shot towards the goal, and that's stopped by Desbiens. We'll have our first commercial break. 13:58 to play here. The Canadians doing a good job managing where the U.S. is getting their shots from. They're not allowing anything in tight, nothing high danger at the moment, but you're playing with fire against this American team. They have way too much firepower to just be sitting back as much as Canada is. I would like to see Canada push a little bit more forward. There's been a lot of ice scenes from Team Canada. There's been a lot of plays to the neutral zone, a lot of puck and glass and out. You need a bit of Kitty to get the heart rate down. No kidding, hey? Oh, Franklin ended up leaving. Maybe he's too stressed. Oh, exactly, Born. Yeah, I'm happy to wake up at 6 a.m. for a gold medal game. I think when the Olympics were in Sochi in 2014, I think I was up at 3 a.m. for that game, like local time where I live. But yeah, obviously us NHL fans in the Western Hemisphere are very lucky with the start times. Ooh, take some breaths here, try and relax. Team USA won gold in 1998, Team Canada in 2002, Team Canada 2010, Team Canada 2014, Team USA in 2018, and then Team Canada won it all in 2022. Can they find a way one more time? Do it again with Marie-Philip Poulin. Is there any more magic left in Poulin? Turnbull is going to take the face-off here in the Canadian zone. They love the time difference when we play late games. Dude, games probably start at 11 p.m. there, sometimes even later. Here's Wynn. Keeps the play alive. Trying to get the puck towards the Canadian goal. It goes down behind the net. Puck cycled to Harvey. Harvey shot towards the net. Blocked in front. Nice job by Canada. In a couple of feet, and they will get the puck out by Turnbull. Clark sends it in deep. That's crazy. 12:30 a.m., hey? Here's a shot on goal, and that's blocked in front. And the Americans, with lots of zone time and pressure again, another shot towards the Canadian goal, doesn't quite make it. Here's Keller now. Keller along the blue line, sends it in deep. Canada up the wall. Nobody home to grab that pass. Puck bouncing around. The Team USA continuing to forecheck heavily here. Keller with the puck. Looking to find a lane to shoot. Can't. Play down low by Edwards. Shelton along the glass. Watts down low. Off the glass. Trying to get it out. And it will come out of the zone now. Flipped into the American zone. That's not going to be icing. Here's Watts. Trying to come up with it. She's outnumbered. Can't grab it. Canada keeps it alive for a moment. Kept in at the blue line. Here comes Canada now on the backhand. Into the middle. Here's a lane. A clear angle shot. Rebound in front. Where is it? Good look for Team Canada. I think that was a save. And Canada will bring it back in. Larocque. Here's Malte. To the corner. To the blue line. Shot towards the goal, and that goes high and out of play with 12 minutes to go. Good movement. Good shift by the Canadians. Got to get it on the attack here. Cannot just keep sitting back right now. So if you put pressure on the Americans, force them to defend, they may try and start to cheat for offense the later this game gets. That's why you have to stay aggressive. Because if you're just giving the U.S. all that time to skate into your zone constantly, they'll start feeling good about their game. Off the face-off in the American zone, that's sent down the ice. Not going to be icing. Centering attempt by the Americans. Here's Thompson around the boards. Malte trying to get it up the boards. Can't quite get it out. Sent into the near corner. And the U.S. once again on the forecheck. Here's Dunn. Centering it out in front. Good defensive play. Puck will be sent to the point. Here's a shot by Drags and good save by Desbiens. Once again, 25th save of the game for the Canadian goaltender with 11:24 to go here in the third period. Marie-Philippe Poulin, words of encouragement on the bench for her teammates. Nice job by Canada boxing out lanes. That shot by Barnes from the point. Clear lane for the goaltender Desbiens to see that puck is. That's what you got to do. If the U.S. is going to get shots, got to make sure that those lanes are open and that your goaltender can see them. Here's Harvey. Shot towards the goal, deflected just wide of the net. And there's a giveaway by Canada. Puck sent back into the Canadian zone deep. Here's Stacey. Takes her time below the goal line. 2, 3 American forecheckers. They are constantly on the attack here. Canada has to start managing this puck. Here's Stacey again. Hey, what's going on, meatbag? And that is offside on Team USA with 10:49 to play. How you doing, meatbag? Good to see you again. 10:49 to play. Canada looking like they're just hanging on right now. Just taking a break. There you go. Very nice. Hit the like button, folks. If you're cheering for Team Canada, hit the like button. If you're not cheering for anyone, also hit the like button. If you're cheering for Team USA, hitting the like button. Best way to support the channel. Appreciate everything. Appreciate your support. Hey, I appreciate that, brain rot. Board battle in the Canadian zone. Poulin cycles it behind her net. Larocque. She'll play it up, and that's a backhand pass out of play. Not going to be delay of game, is it? I hope not. Why are games like this always a pending cardiac event? That's hockey. That's hockey. Interrupted by, hey, meatbag. Off the face-off, Canada trying to come up with it. Here's Turnbull. Skates it forward, up the middle, just out of the reach. But Canada comes up with it. Here's Jenner. Into the corner. U.S. with the puck with a flip and into the neutral zone. Canada will send it in deep again. Killing a little bit of clock here. They got lots of time to kill, though. Still 10 minutes left in this game. Here's Coyne. Coyne with speed into the Canadian zone. Left circle. Centers it out in front. Nice play by Desbiens to put that puck into an area. Oh, and Hillary Knight knocks her player down. Larocque. Puck being dug for along the half wall. The Americans come up with it. Here's Steckline with a shot. What a block in front. Can Canada come up with it? Stacey. Good block. Canada can't grab it. Now they will. Stacey will just flip it into an area. That looks like it's going to be icing on Team Canada with 9:17 to play. Oh, trust me, just because we're used to the heart attacks doesn't mean our body doesn't think that we're dying every time. Hey, I'm doing good, Brain Rot. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. 9:17 to play in the third. Another defensive zone drop for Canada. They've had a lot of those this period. They got to get a win here and also try and get the puck out and get a change. Tired bodies on the icing. Here's a shot towards the Canadian goal. That goes wide of the net. Harvey cycles it down low. Here's Dunn. Dunn hangs on to it. Reverses it. Canada doing a good job continuing to box everyone out. Turnbull up the middle of the ice, out of the reach of Stacey. Stacey gets a puck, stick on that puck, but can't get it deep for a change. And that's going to be icing on Team USA. Interesting. I did not think that that was going to be icing, or it was offside. I'm not sure what the actual call was. Offside is what the call is. So there is a commercial break here. Oh boy, how are we feeling? We got lots of people tuning in. How are we feeling, folks? Are we breathing? Are we surviving? Some wear PPE, some wear Kevlar. I watch hockey and wear a jersey over an automatic defibrillator. Yep. An AED. Scared, can't watch. Yeah, this is an intense game. Feel like I just did 50 minutes of cardio. You've got another 8 minutes and 48 seconds to go, my friend. Can you survive another 8 minutes and 48 seconds? My heart rate's sitting at 117, 120-ish range, although it is going down a little bit on the commercial break because we're not in the middle of the action. Can't open my eyes. Oh, no. Open those eyes. Come on. We got this. Come on. Lots of support for Canada. We believe. We believe. Like yesterday's game when it felt like I gave birth to 300 pounds of anxiety. Yep. Yeah, that game against Czechia was intense. That's true, Mesmer. But I would consider this just as intense, in my opinion. I might, but my nail might not. Oh, there you go, Noah. Yeah, your heart rate, your heart's strong. It's strong and used to being worked. Off the face-off. The U.S. team will send it in deep. Canada trying to come up with it. They'll send it into the neutral zone by Poulin. Here's Harvey off of a leg. Puck bouncing. O'Neill trying to come up with it. Here's a high flip into the American zone. Here's Coyne. Coyne can't come up with it. Kept alive by the Americans. Here's Watts into the neutral zone. Keller with the puck. Sent behind the net. Desbiens leaves it for Shelton. Shelton spins away from a check, and the Americans once again applying a ton of pressure here. Canada off the boards. Deflected. Not deep enough for icing. And they'll try and get on the attack. That's sent down the ice by Team USA. And icing was waved off there. Surprised, but Canada has full possession. Here's Shelton. Sends it down the ice looking for Malte. No icing. What a job by Malte. She has it. She's going to wrap around attempt, pushing at it in the crease. And a good save by Frankel, the goaltender for Team USA. Malte using her speed to get behind the defense, negate that icing, and then try to wrap around attempt. I like the Let's Go Canada chance. I like that. Nice job by Malte. Good speed to get in. And then tried to wrap it around. Good save by Frankel. Had to be aware of what was happening there. Got the pad down. Protected the post. Shots 25-25 in this game. Score 1-0 Canada. 7:32 to play. Canada wins it back. And they're going to redo the face-off. Looks like a reset. Not sure why that happened, but. Off the face-off, the Americans come up with it. Here's Steckline. Across to Barnes. Barnes up into the neutral zone. Larocque keeps it alive for a moment, trying to fight with it with Murphy. And Canada will send it to the neutral zone. Here's Steckline. Deflected in by Bilka. Desbiens came out, almost lost it. Team Canada has possession. Nice job by Dunn to keep that play alive, though. Team USA applying more pressure. Stacey in the corner. Stacey trying to come up with it. Larocque also all over Dunn. Dunn being tied up. Puck comes across to Harley. Harley across the ice. Here's a shot towards the goal. That goes wide of the net. Here's Turnbull. Plays it forward. Whoa! Stacey was taken down. She may have been trying to sell that one the way the arms flew up. Oh, and then a huge hit into the boards And that's going to be a power play for Canada. Power play for Canada. The first call wasn't called. You could have called some kind of interference. They didn't call it, but now Canada will get a power play. Oh, and Ambrose is down. She's hurt. Ambrose is hurt. She took a hard hit into the boards. Very hard hit. Ambrose is down. She's being tended to by the trainer with 6:23 to go. So it's a power play for Canada. Just trying to figure out if it's a 2-minute or a major. I imagine that it won't be a major, but so there was a hook that wasn't called, but the ref may have thought Stacey tried to sell that initially. The puck came back in the Canadian zone, and then Ambrose was body checked hard into the corner from behind. I'm watching this on Sportsnet. It's free to watch on CBC Gem. If you have CBC Gem, all you have to do is just create an account with your email. You don't have to pay a subscription. This game is free on CBC Gem. Ambrose is leaving the ice with an injury here. So 2-minute minor for boarding. They downgraded it. So they called a major just so that they could review it. Definitely a penalty. Is that a major penalty? Probably not, but it is a penalty. Boarding is boarding. So number 17, Curl in the box. Canada with the power play. They have a chance to take a 2-goal lead now. Team USA sending the puck down the ice. 6.5 to go. Puck behind the Canadian net. 3 Canadians on 1 American, and lots of time being killed by the Americans. Here comes Canada now. Fillier skates it forward. She'll enter the American zone. Flips it in deep. Chases after it. Pokes it forward. Stolen by the Americans. That's going to be sent down the ice. And if you're Canada, try and get in here and try and establish your zone time, right? Here comes Team Canada now. Watts skates in over the blue line. Watts walks in with a short side shot and a good save by Frankel. Canada keeps it alive at the blue line. Here's Jakes with a shot towards the goal. Doesn't make it, and Canada was changing, so nobody could keep that puck in. Puck sent in deep. Frankel leaves it. Kept in the zone. No, not kept in the zone. Here's Shelton across to Jacques. Gives it to Shelton. Shelton. Thompson towards the American goal. That's going to be stopped and held with 35 seconds to go here in the power play. 4:58 left in the third. Short side attempt there by Watts. Good save by Frankel. 35 seconds of power play time left for Canada. Can they find a way to build on this lead? Can they get a second goal on the faceoff? Poulin wins it back. Cycled. Hits the linesman's skate, but Canada still has possession. Puck off the boards. Kept in by Fast. Fast to Watts. Here's Shelton. Fillier to Fast. Back to Fillier. Fillier across. Into the middle. Shot on goal, and that went high. Might have hit the crossbar. I'm not quite sure. Puck is going to be sent out of the zone, and Team USA has killed it. 4:24 to go. Canada does not convert on the power play. They had a chance to extend their lead. They could not do it. Here's a giveaway now. Team Canada keeps it alive. Here's Stacey now. Stacey with the puck. Puck played to the blue line. Here's a shot by Jakes with a shot. Rebound in front. Oh, and there was a rebound there. And an American went down. Looks like legs connected. No call, though. And Jakes collides with Knight there. Some strong body checks happening here. Here's Malte with speed. Puck sent behind the American goal. Keller across the ice. Canada with the puck. Trying to play it forward. Off the glass. Can't get it out. Now they do. Here's Jenner. Plays it forward. Here's Malte with speed. Nice defense by Edwards. Malte for Canada in the American zone. Into the middle. Poulin. Here's a shot on goal. Good save by Frankel. Another attempt for Canada. The Canadians now with a couple of chances. Marie-Philippe Poulin on the ice late, defending a 1-goal lead. Cycles it behind the American goal. Into the middle now. Shelton fans on it. Shelton tries to play it down. Here's another shot towards the American goal. And that goes off a leg and out. Canada looking to get a change in. Same with the U.S. Here's Watts. Skates into the middle. She's taken down. And the U.S., they're going to skate it up. When do they pull their goaltender? Fast now. Takes her player down. 2:23 to go here in the period. The heart rate is up. Not much time left in this game, folks. Commercial break with 2:23 to play. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Hit that like button if you haven't hit the like button on the stream yet, by the way. I am getting nervous and shaky. Canada had a chance to take a 2-goal lead on the power play. They could not convert. Frankel's had to make a couple big saves late in the third period. But that final push is coming from Team USA. Welcome back. Welcome back. That I do remember that, Ken. I do remember that. My watch says I've exercised for 6 minutes, haven't left my seat for almost 60. So what you're saying is your heart rate is a little elevated. It's times like these, I need to see a Timmy's commercial. Hey, but Roll Up the Rim is coming back. Don't you want your Roll Up the Rim? Canada defending a 1-goal lead. 2:23 to play here in the third period. Oh, it's all good, Colby. No worries. Nobody has to say anything. If you're lurking, that's totally fine. We have a lot of people tuning in today, and I truly appreciate that. Thank you. As we are all trying, well, most of us, I'm sure a lot of us are Canadian watching. If you are, we're all hoping Canada hangs on here. USA with the empty net. USA with the empty net here. Extra attacker on the ice for the U.S. Down by 1. 1 to tie. The U.S. cycling it. Puck to the point. Edwards across to Keller. Keller to Edwards. Top of the blue paint. Shot towards that. They score! Edwards ties the game. Deflected in front. And it is a tie game here, folks. Hillary Knight deflects it in, ties it with 2:04 to go. Shot from the point, deflected in front. Through traffic. Man, what a deflection. There isn't really much anything DeBien could do on that. That's just a beautiful deflection. Wow. Hillary Knight's last game for the Americans at the Olympics, and she ties it late with 2:04 to go. These... That's crazy, man. Canada defending a lead since the second period. The U.S. pulls their goaltender and ties the game. Will this game end in regulation, or is this destined to go to overtime? Here's Marie-Philippe Poulin. Skates it forward. Across the ice. Into the middle. Out of the reach there. And here comes Harvey. 3-on-2. Harvey drops it into some skates. Canada will come up with it. With a high flip to the neutral zone. Not super deep, though. Here's Harvey. On the goal line. In deep. Canada looking to come up with it. Ambrose back on the bench for Canada. After went down with a potential injury earlier, but Ambrose is back. Puck sent up the ice. That's going to be icing with a minute to go here. A minute to go. Icing on Canada. Ambrose on the bench for Canada. Minute to play. Oh, I hope so, Kristen. I hope so. It would be quite the storybook ending to potentially her career. Off the face-off. A calamity of bodies. Shot towards the Canadian goal. That goes wide of the net. Here's Malte. Holds the puck along the boards. Trying to protect it. Janicki towards the net. That doesn't make it. Puck bounced out of the zone by Canada. And the U.S., they'll send it in deep again. Canada with possession. Reverses. Up the left wing. Canada checked off the puck. It's in the neutral zone, and it's going to be sent to the American zone, but not deep. And on transition, here's Curl. Sends the puck into the corner. Done with it. And Shelton loses it. Trying to center it out in front. Here's a shot towards the goal, and that's stopped. Oh, my goodness gracious. 9.5 to go. Desbiens had to come up with that. Good block in front, though. That could have been way worse. Good block by Stacey. That puck bounced into Desbiens with 9 seconds to go. Canada trying to hang on, trying to get to overtime. Marie-Philippe Poulin on the ice here. Take this face-off. She wins it back. Canada with possession. Into the neutral zone. Here's Stacey. She'll send a puck towards the American goal. And we are going to head to overtime. Wow. Gold medal overtime game. Unreal, man. What a hockey game this has become. I mean, it's been a great hockey game just in general. So there will be an intermission. They will flood the ice. I thought Canada also did okay in the third as well, but Team USA, they tie it up. A nice deflection by Knight when they pulled the goaltender at the top of the blue paint. That's just an all-world play by an all-world player in Hillary Knight to tie that game up. It is always destined for these two teams to go to overtime, you know? But we do have an intermission before the overtime. We'll quickly take a look and see how we got here, and then I will also take a break as well, just to rest my voice before the overtime gets going. If you have not hit the like button on the stream yet, make sure that you hit the like button. Yes, there is an intermission. It's like a 15-minute intermission or something. All right, how did we get here? How did we get here, folks? In the second period? Wait, play-by-play? No. Statistics? First period? Play-by-play? I don't want play-by-play. I want the goals. Kristen O'Neill scored 54 seconds into the second period. That made it 1-0 Canada. And then Hillary Knight tied the game up with just over 2 minutes to play. 2:04 to go. Hillary Knight, the Americans pulled their goaltender. Knight gets in front, tips it in. Shot from Edwards at the point, also assisted by Keller, their other defenseman. That tied things up. If we take a look at the statistics, they don't have third period statistics yet, but the shots on goal 29-27, which means the shots in that third period were 8-7 in favor of Canada. So it was an evenly played period. But Team USA, they found a way to tie this thing up. Canada also had a power play opportunity before Hillary Knight scored the tying goal. There was 6.5 minutes to go. Britta Curl went off for boarding. Team Canada had a chance to extend the lead to 2 goals. They could not. So now they have to win this thing in overtime. Hey, no worries. Good luck, Lil Chips. So this is gonna be a tough one. This is gonna be a tough one for Team Canada. They had a lead for a lot of this game. Team USA haven't had their usual relentless attack and forecheck. Canada, for the most part, has done a good job keeping them outside. But this is why you play the games, folks. This is why you play the games. Oh, I know, Lil Chips. All love to you as well, my friend. I'm not sure what the turnovers are for Canada. Got any good beer? Not today. No. I'm trying to find a good alcohol-free beer. I like Kronenberg Blanks, but the alcohol-free version just tastes like really like sugary pop, and I'm not the biggest fan of it. This is rigged. It's rigged. All right, folks, I am going to take a break. Y'all get to hang out with Chair for a little bit. Hit the like button on the stream if you have not yet hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are not yet subscribed, as they get the ice ready for overtime. Our heart rates are potentially ready or not ready for this. It's going to be a good overtime, hopefully. And hopefully Canada comes out on top. Let's see how it goes. I'll see y'all in a few minutes. Alrighty. Alrighty. Gonna have to use the holy syrup so my heart doesn't blow up. Oh boy. This is this is intense. It's gonna be 3-on-3, by the way. They get a fresh sheet of ice for 3-on-3 in overtime. What's going on, Bubsy? Due to my bet and free trip to Canada in the summer, I hope it's Canada. There you go. All it takes is one shot. And in 3-on-3 as well. Oh, my goodness. Now, I do think the Americans have the edge in 3-on-3. I do think they have more speed on the team. But 3-on-3, a lot of it comes down to, can you capitalize on a mistake off of a turnover? Can you capitalize on an odd man rush? That's going to be key here. Enjoy your practice and good luck. You're a little nervous. I think we all are. I think everyone watching is a little nervous right now. Very normal, very valid thing to be feeling at the moment. In the men's semifinal in curling, Canada is up 3-2 in the ninth end. Each have 3 rocks remaining. Canada has the hammer. Canada looking to move on to the final here. You got this, B-Dog. You got this. Showing the curling on right now as we continue to wait for this game to start, the women's hockey. It's a win-win or just a win? We want the win-win. Win-win. How mad is Austin? Oh, I'm not mad at all. I am vibing. I'm having a great time. This is an all-time classic gold medal game between these two teams. Have I ever watched the anime Fairy Tail? It's a bit long, but it's really good. I have not seen Fairy Tail. I'll have to look it up. It doesn't sound familiar. Hey, what's going on, Mick? Hey, Austin, how's it going? I like what you do on your channel. Go Canada. Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the kind words. You all inspire me to keep doing what I'm doing. You are all always very kind. You are all supporting in the best way possible, and I appreciate that. They need to win so I can get free Timbits. The Canadians, I hope. I'm assuming the Canadians, if you're getting free Timbits. Yeah, this game is night and day difference compared to the last time these two teams played. Yeah, I appreciate that, Bubsy. Thank you. I believe in Poulin power. Does Marie-Philippe Poulin have a little bit more magic? Is there a little bit more magic for Marie-Philippe Poulin? And the overtime goal predictions, I'm going with the captains. For Team Canada, I'm going with Poulin. And for Team USA, I'm going with Hilary Knight. It would only make sense if one of those two scored the game winner. This is Hilary Knight's final Olympics for Team USA. Likely Marie-Philippe Poulin's final Olympics with Canada. I was cheering for Germany. I didn't think, I was hoping Germany could have a couple upsets and go a little bit further than they did for Leon. Austin for first pick 2026 draft. Is OT 5-on-5? It is 3-on-3. I could be the next Alex Trebek if I hosted a game show. I would be way less entertaining than Alex Trebek. How you doing, Kyle? Good to see you again. Yeah, me too. I love seeing that. I love all the cameras in bars showing everyone watching, tuning in. Love that there's this much support for Team Canada. We are in overtime, and it is 3-on-3 overtime. I'm going to hide the chat entirely, just in case chat spoils me. Chat, you are usually ahead of me by about 20 to 40 seconds of game time. So if I don't interact with any of your comments, it's just because I'm focusing on the game. Got to make sure that I don't miss it or get spoiled. I hope you all understand. Smash the like button, folks. Marie-Philip Poulin is on the ice for Canada to start this overtime. Let's see how it goes. The heart rate's starting to increase now as we get closer to puck drop. The USA tied the game with just over 2 minutes to play. They pulled the goaltender, Hillary Knight, legend for Team USA, tied the game with a nice deflection in front. After O'Neill made it 1-0 for Canada in the second period. Here we go. 3-on-3. Marie-Philip Poulin's going to take the face-off. They're waiting to drop it. They do drop it. Team USA will get first possession. It is a 20-minute 3-on-3 period with fresh ice. Shots 29-28 Canada. Who will score the golden goal? Will it be US? Will it be Canada? It is not long change, so here's a play into the middle. Shot on goal. Good save by Desbiens. And here's Stacy now. She's going to get pressured. Stacy waiting. Plays it back. Good pressure by the Americans. And here's Stacy with Poulin 2-on-2. Stacy's going to skate back, get a change. Stacy's got 2 Americans on her. Canada's got to go and help out. Puck is going to be played up the boards. The Americans keep it alive. Canada didn't skate out of the zone with possession there. They were trying to get a change. Here's Janicki for Team USA. Janicki trying to give it to Heisey. Janicki pressured off the puck. Team Canada will take it. Shelton with a giveaway. Puck in the middle of the ice. Canada, again, not managing the puck. Here's Harvey on the outside. Checked by Watts. Watts pokes it forward. Watts trying to come up with it. Potential 2-on-1. It's Daryl Watts with a breakaway. She's in alone. Oh, and she's stick lifted. Can't get the shot off. And now Team USA trying to skate it forward. Watts couldn't come up with that puck. Oh, it was a partial break for Watts. She got stick checked from behind. Couldn't get the shot off. Here comes Team Canada now. Thompson skates it forward. She loses the puck. It goes behind the American goal. And Canada skates over that puck too. Nurse chases after it. Thompson takes the puck into the corner in the Canadian zone. And here comes Canada with speed. Here's Malte. And they're going to call offside here with 17:57 to go. I can't believe that. Great partial breakaway opportunity, but it was a good defensive play. Off the face-off. Keller with the puck for Team USA. Plays it off of Curl's skate. Curl will skate it forward. Curl brings it in the Canadian zone. That looked offside to me. If USA scores here, I challenge. Here's a shot on goal. Puck in the blue paint. Canada trying to come up with it. Fast. Cycles it. And here's Canada now. Puck up the middle of the ice. Here's Marie-Philippe Poulin. Poulin walks in, shot on goal, and that went just wide of the net. Poulin trying to come up with it. Canada, puck in the couple skates. Team USA, almost a 2-on-1 here. Nice job by Canada. They'll force the puck out of the zone. Here's Harvey now for Team USA. Finds Coyne. Coyne with a shot and a save by Desbiens. Holy smokes, this game. Oh boy, we gotta believe. If you're a Canadian and you believe, hit that like button. Hit the like button, folks. We've had over 10,000 people tune into the live stream today. That is incredible support. I just want to thank everyone for that. Canada trying to pull off the upset against Team USA after the Americans tied it late in the third. 3-on-3 continues here in overtime. Off the defensive zone faceoff. Canada with possession. Here's Thompson for Canada. Pulls it back. Waits for a lane. Here's Fillier. Skates it forward. 2-on-1. Here's Fillier with Watson. Fillier with a shot. Puck's in front. Fillier. Where is it? Oh, it's a high stick. The initial shot went off of Frankel. It bounced high. Fillier hit it out of the air, but that is considered a high stick, so they are going to blow the whistle there. Oh, boy. Good call there. That was definitely knocked down with a high stick. Good save by Frankel on the initial 2-on-1. That's a couple chances Canada's had with their speed. Off the faceoff, Canada wins it. Skated back into their own zone. Here's Fast for Canada. Fast skates it forward with speed. Oh, she's checked off the puck. Fast gets it back. Potential odd man break again. Here's Fast. Walks in on her backhand. Good stick by Edwards. Canada loses possession, and here come the Americans. It's a 1-on-1. Hillary Knight waiting for support. Hillary Knight with a shot, and that's stopped by Desbiens. Wow, both teams getting some looks here. And my glasses are getting a little smudged up. Gotta clean them. Holy smokes. Good save by Desbiens. Puck comes behind the Canadian goal off the face-off. Stacey is going to get pressured. Canada trying to move it forward. Poulin on the ice. Nice job by Stacey trying to get it to Poulin. Poulin plays it into the neutral zone. That's going to be played up. Here's Heisey now for Team USA. Taylor Heisey through the neutral zone. Here's Keller over the line. What a move by Keller! Scores! Megan Keller scores the golden goal for Team USA. What a goal by Keller. It was a good defensive play initially, but Keller got in behind with the backhand, put it through the 5-hole of Desbiens, and Team USA, they tied the game late, and then puts the puck into the net for the overtime winner. Team USA wins Olympic gold 2-1 in an absolute battle between these two teams. Wow. GG's Team USA. What an absolute battle. Team Canada gave it everything they had. Coming into this game, I think most fans assumed Team USA would kind of walk away with this one. But the Canadians gave them everything they had. And Team USA, who has had Canada's number over the past year and a half, almost 2 years, who have dominated almost in that time, they tie the game late, and an unbelievable goal by Keller. And Marie-Philippe Poulin, emotional on the bench. Team USA wins gold in ice hockey for the women. GG's to Team USA, a hard-fought battle. After the US beat Canada 5-0 in the preliminary round, where Canada couldn't even get a shot on goal for half the game, Canada with a valiant effort here today. They just couldn't get the job done. Team USA just a little bit too fast, kept attacking in waves. Team Canada played a heck of a hockey game, but sometimes playing a heck of a hockey game is not enough to get the job done. And for Team USA, they came up short in 2002 and 2010 and 2014. They won it in 2018, lost in 2022, and now they are back on top in 2026. What a goal, man. That's a goal that you wish Desbiens could have made a save on, but that's, just went under the leg. Almost had it. That's crazy. Canada, I mean, we can look back on numerous chances, right? Canada had that late power play. Canada had the late power play in the third period. They couldn't extend the lead. And the USA coach is in tears. Man, he loved it. He's very happy. Good for them, man. Good for Team USA. Round of applause to Team USA. We're going to end the stream here, folks. If you haven't hit the like button, make sure you hit that like button. The result is not what us as Canadians wanted, but that was an all-time classic game between these two teams. Those girls on Canada should hold their heads high. That Team USA team is it's just stacked, man. Well, see ya. See you next. Imagine subscribing to the channel just to crap talk something that people are clearly passionate about. My viewership today, this is the highest it's been for any game this season, whether it's male hockey, women's hockey, NHL. There is clearly a love for women's hockey, and I am someone that also loves women's hockey. And if you are someone that wants to come into the chat and trash talk that, you get banned instantly. We do not discuss that at all. Go Flames, go. Have a great day, everyone. I will have a pregame report for the men's team, previewing the semifinal match between Team Canada against Team Finland in men's hockey. We will have that pregame up later today, so make sure you like today's stream. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure you have the bell turned on so that you're notified of when I do upload my next Olympic coverage video. Nothing but respect to the Americans. They played an unbelievable game. Both teams grinded it out. That was one of the most hard-fought games we have seen ever in this tournament by either side. I'm proud of this group of women, man. I'm proud of them. Hey, I appreciate that, Little Chips. I appreciate that. Much love to everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Over 12,500 of you tuned into the stream today. That is insane. Give yourselves a round of applause. We'll see you soon, all right? I'm going to end things here. Get ready for the preview for the men's hockey. Tomorrow morning, I will also do a live stream for Team Canada against Team Finland. We'll see you soon, folks. I love all of you. Take care, all right? Take care.